Today's class is the first in a series of 4 where we explore the element of fire in the body. In today's class specifically, we move in ways that encourage cleansing and metabolization. Fire has that property, and we need fire in order to metabolize not just our food, but our thoughts and our emotions and our lived experiences. And the beauty of the gift of fire is that it cleanses as it works. As food moves through our intestines, for example, the fiery process allows for our body to choose what serves and what doesn't. Fire is a transformative element, and I think that today's class will give you a real felt sense of the power of fire in you and how to use it and to cultivate it to really support you in your life. So I'm glad you're here. Enjoy the class. Great. All right, well, I invite you to take your comfy seat, which you already have begun to do. Yeah. And if it feels good to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. If it feels good to keep them open, keep them open. And as you begin to bring your awareness inward, you just sort of start with allowing whatever's here in you to be here as you are right in this moment. And so I notice, for example, my excitement has like some, I feel that in my face. So you may just notice what you're feeling as you begin to slow down and pay attention differently. And bringing awareness to the movement of the breath in the body. And by bringing awareness to the breath in the body, those things that you noticed when you first started checking in may begin to shift or change in some way. I invite you to feel what you're sitting on and feel the support of that. And maybe find a little more length in the spine. And you can feel the rooting in your sits bones and where you're seated. Just a gentle lift between each vertebrae as the crown moves upward. Letting the breath be easy and steady. And bring our hands together in front of the heart. And we'll join our voices for the sound of Om. Exhale fully. Deep inhalation. Release the hands, open the eyes. So if you're new to working with me in yoga, I'll just say I teach in the Anusara tradition with all kinds of other stuff added in. Just, embodiment stuff, somatic stuff. And we've been working progressively through the different universal principles of alignment, which is an Anusara thing. And I'll be reviewing them in our shapes as we move today, because we want to be using all of these and activating all of these in the body throughout our practice. Today we'll be giving special focus to the element of fire. So Anusara lives in the tantric tradition, and each of the universal principles of alignment is connected to a different element. So opening to grace, the first principle is space, the space that holds it all, right? We open ourselves to grace. The second universal principle is muscular energy, which is earth energy. The third universal principle of alignment is inward facing, inner spiral, I'll just call it, and that is the water element. And then today we're adding in a focus on fire, which is outward spiral. And once we get standing, I'll talk more about that. So I want to begin by offering a fire breath, pranayama. Pranayama is controlling our breathing. Why do we do this? Why do we control our breathing? Well, working with our breath, it's like the only part of the autonomic nervous system that we can actually consciously influence and control. And when we do that, all kinds of really cool things can happen. And it's very closely tied with also the vagus nerve, which runs all through here. So we work with our breath, the vagus nerve gets really toned up and really excited and relaxed is what we really want. Or excited, it depends. Do we want to excite it because we're like, wah, or do we want to, chill it out because we're like, wah. So, and the breath can really help us to regulate ourselves and to give us more energy. And pranayama is life force energy. So working with the breath is working with our life force energy in a conscious way. All right, so we're going to do a breath of fire. And I invite you to bring a hand right here. Sometimes it's called bellows breathing, right, to the diaphragm. And it's a forceful exhalation. You can just try one out the nose. And if you need a Kleenex, I'll get you one. It's good to have a clear nose to do this. And then the inhalation is passive, right? So it's a forceful exhalation, and then the inhale just happens. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. First round we'll do 30, then we'll take some natural breaths, then we'll do 35, and then we'll do 40. And just notice what happens as you do this. Fire is a cleansing element. So today we'll be really thinking about and tuning into how fire can help to cleanse. It's a metabolizer. If we don't have enough fire, we can't metabolize. We can't metabolize our food. We can't metabolize our life experiences. We can't metabolize our thinking. So we need fire. If we have too much fire, well, then things go a little awry, right? Not enough fire, then things don't get done. So, so finding the right dose of fire in different aspects of our life is really part of our alchemical journey. Right? All right, so here we go. Exhale fully. Take a deep inhale. Here we go. Exhale fully. Inhale 2/3 of the way and hold. When you're ready, inhale all the way and let it all out. Good. Let's take one full natural breath. And here we go for our second round. Deep inhalation. Exhale fully. Inhale 2/3 of the way and hold. And when you need to, inhale all the way and let it all go. Good. One full natural breath. Deep inhale, final round. Here we go. Exhale fully. Inhale 2/3 of the way. Hold. Inhale the rest of the way. And let it all go. Good. Shake out anything you need to. Yeah, if sitting is starting to feel like a labor, shift up your body. Okay? Yeah, good. Nice. Whew, we're going to do a little side stretch. So staying rooted in your sits bones, take your left fingers to the ground. And the invitation here is to just find whatever side stretch feels good to you today. The only recommendation here is staying rooted in the sits bones. And then up you go. And exploring space, And exploring the breath as you move. Allowing the breath to be a support. And when you're ready to come out with an inhalation or an exhalation, whichever one you were at is totally fine. Take a moment in the center plane just to feel. Let that integrate. And then we'll take the other side. So taking your right fingers to the earth, staying rooted in sits bones, just begin to find your own way into whatever expression of side stretch feels really good to you right now. And if there's a sound on the exhalation, I invite you to let that out. Ooh. Staying grounded through sits bones, you may be reaching, you may be rounding, you may be arching, or maybe there's just a little bit less of a movement you want to take. Yeah. Sure, of course. Absolutely. The darn mirror. The darn wall. All right, and come on out when you're ready. Good. Come to center line. If there's any other movement that your body would like to take as you find the center, please take it. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do a little volcano. Rooting through sits bones, in the breath, bring hands right here and find your ball of fire. Right here, fire in the chakra system corresponds to the third chakra, our center of power, our center of will. So finding that energy ball, even if, use your imagination, and if you can't, that's okay too. It's still there. And here it goes. We're going to lift it up, 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 towards the sun. Let our inner ball of fire commune now with the big ball of fire in the sky, the sun. So rooting through sits bones, reaching through fingers, breathing steady, finding some length in the sides of the body. And then from the sun, we'll gather that ball. We'll bring it on down, 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 down. Whew, let's do another one. Root through sits bones, lift it up. Commune with the sun. Exhale, bring it on down. And one more time, inhale it up. Exhale, bring it on down. Take both hands onto the solar plexus to just draw that inward. Give yourself that fire. Wonderful. I'm going to do a little twist, a seated twist. Without using the hands. So we want to twist above the navel. So staying rooted in sits bones, inhale, find your length. And then just find your way turning towards your left side, above the navel. Twists are also very cleansing. And maybe roll out the shoulders a little here. Roll out any tension in the shoulders in your twist. Inhale your way out. Come to center. Move any way you need to. Root through sits bones. Inhale, find length in the spine and begin to twist in the other direction towards your right, above the navel. Kind of like you were turning around to see what's behind you in the car. And then inhale to come out. And move any way you need to. Good. I can see that we need to move the neck. All right. I just looked back at Jeff and was like, I need to move my neck. All right, let's look towards the right and the right. And the chin moves down towards the shoulder. Oh, take your time here until you feel the connective tissue on the opposite side of the neck responding. And, play here a little bit. Any sounds that want to come out are welcome. And then if you'd like, you can roll that all the way down, take your time, through center. Whew, stuff. And all the way to the other side. Is there anybody who doesn't have stuff in the neck? Are you even alive? No. All right. So we'll take that other side and just experiment. Feel the opening all along the right side of the neck and down and into the shoulder, wherever you feel it. And then take the chin towards that shoulder, look up. And any other way you want to move your neck. For me, I would like to do a little side to side. For you, it might be different. Good. Or maybe there's something in the shoulders. Sometimes moving the shoulders in tiny, tiny circles gives you the biggest release. So if your tendency is to go big, try going small for a second. Tiny, tiny circles of the shoulders. And then let that go. It's very deeply powerful. All right. Scoot yourself forward off of your whatever you're sitting on to bring your feet in front of you. And bent knees, hands behind. There it is. Yeah. Okay, yeah, if you need to wake up your legs a little. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, if you want to pretend like you're water skiing for a second. Love it. Just feel good. All right, here we go. We're going to get a little heat going here in the belly. So find your breath. And find a little length in the spine and feel the heart lift. The back of the sacrum draw forward as the heart lifts up. And then exhale, let that go. On the inhalation, activate the toes of both feet. We'll take right foot right on up. Notice what gets activated here in the belly as you do that. Some deep muscles. Exhale that down. Other side, active toes. Bring it on up. And if you need to micro move in any way to find the right shape here to be able to sustain this for a moment, do. Okay, and then exhale it down. Here we go. Right foot up. And now guess what? Left foot up. Okay, and can the heart stay lifted? Now, letting go of one hand and the other. And now we're going to sing. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Nice. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Love that. All right, bring it on down. Did you feel that a little? Is it a little shaky? Yeah, those are some core muscles. Let's get on our backs, shall we? Since we're just right here. Oh, my goodness. Hug those knees. Oh, make a sound. Oh. Feel free to roll around on the sacrum. Good. And then we'll inhale both feet straight up to the sky. And begin to play with the feet. Pointing, flexing, pedaling, maybe some circling. Nice, circling the other way. Good, and we'll draw the right knee in towards the heart. Activate your toes and gently bring the left foot on down towards the ground. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Make a sound. Yeah. As that left leg is outstretched, press it gently in towards the floor, drawing the right knee in towards the heart or the armpit. Nice. And the inhale, left foot comes back up to sky. Right foot meets left foot. Play with the feet. Maybe circling. And now reach with the hands, draw left knee towards heart, and gently with active toes, right leg begins to find its way down to the earth. Gently press the inner thigh of the right outstretched leg into the earth as you draw left knee towards the heart or the armpit. Breathe. Good. Exhale, and then on the inhale, take the right foot back up to the sky. Left foot meets right. One more play. And now the arms move up, so you're a pill bug. And all of your extremities are headed towards the sky. Nice. Exhale, feet down. And feel free to outstretch the legs, keeping hands up. Open hands, open fingers. Your hands are now periscopes. And they're turning and looking. What do they see? This big wide world. And begin to take those periscoping hands up and overhead. Until thumbs find the ground. If the thumbs find the ground. They may not, depending upon your range of motion. Good. Let the back sides of the shoulder blades melt into the earth. And then find some length between the feet and the fingertips. Like you're on a stretcher and someone's pulling your wrists and pulling your ankles at the same time. Good. On the next inhalation, put a bend in the elbows and take the arms out to the sides into what we call cactus arms. Cactus arms. And see how that feels in your shoulders, if that's okay. And if it's not, make a modification. Inhale, feet to floor, knees bent. Activate those toes. Press gently the back sides of the arms and let the knees drop to one side. Windshield wiper, inhale to the other. Inhale, first side. Exhale, second side. Make this your own. There are micro movements you like to add in here. Fantastic. And then we'll come everybody back to center and take the arms down to your side. So we're going to pelvic tilt. And I invite you to bring awareness into actually your feet as you do this. So as you inhale and increase the arch without lifting the hips, keeping the hips on the ground, notice what happens in the feet. Notice how from big toe to the outside of the heel, there's an action of opening the heel outward. And as you exhale and you bring the top of the sacrum into the earth, notice how from pinky toe to the inside of the foot, there's an action. Do you see that? Try again. So inhale, bring in the arch and notice how big toe moves towards outside of heel. And on the exhale, as you press the back into the ground, notice how pinky toe moves to the inside of the heel. And take a couple more of those. Just warming that space up. This is really supportive to the sacroiliac joint. It's really lubricating to the spine. And on your next inhalation, the invitation is to press into the feet. Take the hands across from one another, jazz hands, press into the backside of the arms, and gently lift the hips into a bridge pose. Maybe the shoulders want to move towards one another on the back. If bridge is not your thing, then just stay in pelvic tilting. But if you're up in a bridge, find your breath, Gently draw the knees in towards one another like you were hugging a little beach ball. And then melt the insides of the thighs. What? Yep, melt the insides of the thighs. Keeping the insides of the thighs melted, draw both sits bones towards the feet. Heart moves towards chin, keeping a curve in the back of the neck. Take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, bring it on down. Bring hands to knees and rock around. Rock and roll. Good. Take both feet back to the mat. Inhale, right foot up towards sky. Exhale that ankle right in front of the left knee for a figure 4 pose. Now everybody's body is different here, so how deeply you're going to take this depends on your body and listening deeply. So activate the feet, reach through with the hands to the back side of the left thigh. If that doesn't work for your body, then you can just work by lifting the left foot off the ground. But if this does work for your body, then give it a try. And very gently, the left knee moves towards the heart and the right knee moves away. And you can even pulse this. So let that go. Inhale, pulse it. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pulse it. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pulse it. And if you've got stuff in the sacroiliac joint, I want you to really listen here to see if this is working for your body, if it feels supportive. On the exhale, left foot comes down, arms to the side, jazz hands across the body. And we're going to press into that left foot and the back side of the arms to lift the hips. Exhale it down. Open the arms wide to the side and take that right foot towards the left for a twist. Take your time to get into this and see how that feels. Inhale your way back out. Bring both feet to the floor. Arms at the side. On the next inhalation, left foot comes up to sky. Exhale, bend the knee, left ankle in front of right knee. Figure 4 pose. Pause here and just take a moment to commit to listening to your body and then activate the toes of both feet and see how you want to work. Maybe you're just lifting the right foot off the ground and that's your figure 4. Maybe you're lifting the foot entirely and reaching through with the hands. Make any micro adjustments you need to. Good. And then we'll pulse. Very, very minute pulsing. Inhale, drawing right knee in towards heart. Left knee moves away. Micro pulse. Exhale it out. For me, these two sides are really different. Micro pulse it. And you may be noticing that as well. Micro pulsing. And then exhale that right foot down to the ground. Let the hands go. Hands in jazz hands across the body. On your next inhalation, press into the right foot and in the back sides of the arms to lift the hips up. Stay active in the feet. Exhale it down. Good. Open arms wide. And when you're ready, and if it feels good to you, you can take that left foot over towards the right for a twist. So these twists are deeply cleansing. The liver meridian lives right there on the sides of the rib cage. Liver points. Metabolization. You know that feeling when you've just had a big, like sometimes just going out into the world can feel overstimulating, right? And you go home and like your mind is spinning with all the stuff. Well, that needs to be metabolized. And that's a cleansing process. Inhale, unwind it. Exhale, foot to floor. All right, my friends, from here, we're going to come back up into that boat pose that we did before, Ardha Navasana. And if it works for you, you can bring hands to the outsides of the legs and do a little rocking on the spine. If that doesn't work for your body, you can roll to the right and come up to seated. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, that went better than I thought it would. Woo! V for victory. All right, here we are again. Let's do it. Hands right under the knees. Feet a little more than hip width apart. Find your breath. We're going to sing row, row, row in rounds again? Maybe so. Inhale, left foot comes up, active toes. Inhale, right foot comes up, active toes. You can stay right here. Oh, see, I'm digesting. I just had a little burp, eruction. Left hand comes out, right hand comes out. And if you're feeling really frisky, whoa. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, that's enough of that. Cross legs, come on through. Hands and knees. Woo, hands and knees. So just begin by setting up your hands nice and wide in the fingers. Hands are a little wider than shoulder width apart. Give your shoulders some space. A little wider, Jeff. Yeah. And then fan the hands towards the right a little bit. There it is. Nice. Nice and wide in the fingers. Feel a little gripping sensation, fingers on the mat. Nice. Little cat and cow. You can start small, like we were doing on our backs with, with that spinal rocking. And then you can make it bigger. Following with the breath. Good, and on the next inhalation, we'll take it back towards child pose. And then inhale, draw the spine forward. Inhale, round it back. Exhale, draw it forward. Or inhale, more of an inhale for me. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, rock it forward. Oh, and let's do some more because I think that's really starting to work something out for me. So if you don't mind, we'll just hang here a little more. Good. Make it your own. And then everybody back to center. Let's take the knees wide and bring the toes together. Press into the left hand, take weight out of the right hand, and take that right hand right up towards the sky. And on your inhalation, we're going to thread it through to thread the needle, coming into a twist, coming up onto the fingertips of the left hand. And once you get in here, you can play. You can play with micro movement in the hips. Just find what feels good. And knowing that twists are cleansing. We're rocking the fire here. And when you're ready, press again into that left hand and inhale the right hand to sky. Exhale it down. Press now into your right hand, inhale left hand to sky, and exhale, thread it through. Come up onto fingertips of the right hand. And find your way here, your own way, your own expression, maybe some micro movement in the hips. Oh. Enjoy yourself. And part of the metabolism process is in the body as we digest food is taking in the nutrients that our body needs and getting rid of what we don't need. And that comes out as waste. So that's part of what we're doing here. So press into the right hand, inhale that left hand towards sky. Exhale the hand down. You may want to block for this, so if you've got a block handy. Okay. Walk the knees back in towards one another. And we're going to kickstand. So we're going to turn our left foot behind us, and the right foot comes out to the side. And I'm doing the opposite of what's on my screen, so I'm going to switch it. Okay, here we go. So kickstand, yeah, you got it. You may want to bring a hand up onto a block, or you may want it on the ground. You decide. Yeah, good. Can you see this swing? You got it? Yeah, you got it. That's great. Awesome. And you can play with that foot behind you, whether you want toes under, you want to undo the toes. And the foot that's outstretched, see if you can bring the whole foot onto the ground. Good. Nice. And you're already reaching. Nice. So gently draw the legs towards one another. This is a midline hug. That's earth energy. And then on the inhalation, melt the thighs back a little bit. We'll come into water. On the exhalation, that left sits bone roots down towards the knee. Keep all of that engaged as you reach with the hand, either up towards sky or over the ear. You can experiment with what feels good. Your hip didn't love that?
I don't think I should put the pressure on my knee.
Yeah, okay. But the other side you can do, yeah? And then inhale, come on out. Come on back to hands and knees. Good. And then I guess we're going to just do the other side. Look at that. I guess you can just do it by taking the other leg right out. So your left leg comes out. Bring the block on over. How's that feel, Karen? Okay on that side?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, good. You got it, Jeff. There it is. Nice. And let's take a few actions. So come into the breath, and then gentle draw of legs to midline. And then inhale, melt thighs back, get watery, and then exhale, root that right sits bone down towards the knee. Press through the feet as you reach the hand, either up or over the ear or any permutation of that. You can just explore space if you want to circle that hand. Kind of like when we were doing our first side stretch seated. Good, and then exhale to come on out, back to all fours. And mindfully and in your rhythm, find your way up to standing. Did you think we were ever going to stand today? Isn't it amazing how much you can do on just lying and being down on a mat? Yeah, okay, good. Move any way you need to. Adjust this so Wayne can see me. Great. Got my cheat sheet here. All right. I see you. Let's do that. Let's take a wide stance. And just sort of let the upper body begin to swing. You can lift a foot. Keep the knees soft. Enjoy. This is sometimes called heavy sleeves, and I can hear those heavy sleeves in here. It's like boom, boom, boom. And actually, if those hands hit the sides of the rib cage, you're activating that liver point, which is a great thing to do. Okay, and then gently find your way back, letting the arms slowly come back in. Good, and we'll take our feet hip width apart. How's the temperature in here, by the way? Okay. It's plenty warm. Would you like me to turn it off? Okay, glad I checked in. Is that okay with others? If it gets too cold, you let me know. Okay, to lead. You're like, just bring the heater over here, please.
I'll keep everything on.
Okay. Jacket and hat, scarf, winter coat. All right, let's come into feet for a second. Just rocking, feeling into toes. You'll be finding a little lift. Good. All right. And then come back to center. Find your breath and see if you can imagine softening the outer skin of the body for a second. That's an opening to grace. Nice. Now we're going to lift and spread the toes of our feet. Notice how that draws the muscles of the legs towards the bones. Then you can fan them back down at the pinkies. With hands on thighs, gently press the thighs in, back, and apart, and you'll find that brings just a gentle curve into the lower back. That's inner spiral, which we have worked on. That's the water element. Now fire, the outer spiral, it originates at the base of the rib cage in the back body, and it moves forward and spirals outward like this. And what happens as we bring that in without losing this inner spiral is it draws the sits bones towards one another and down towards the feet. There's a cat at the door. Is anybody allergic? Do you love cats? Oh, wrong cat. That's Zach's cat. That's Caterpillar. He's like, people? No way. Akis would have been like, what are you doing in my space? So, all right. So let's take those actions again. Come into the breath. Lift and spread toes. Find that earthy energy and bring them down. Melt the thighs back to come into water, inviting water, and then sits bones actually move towards one another and down towards the feet. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry about it. Volcano breath. Find your ball of fire. Inhale it up. Exhale it into cactus arms. And gently twist. Inhale. Gently twist. Exhale. Inhale, center. And arms down, shake it out. Great. Interlace fingers. And you can put a little softness in the knees here, and we'll gently press forward. Tune into your shoulders and take it a little higher as you press. And see what is available here in your shoulders in this moment right now, today, right here, right now. We're just taking it higher, listening in. And if it feels like it's really possible, you can reach right straight up. And if not, take it a little forward. So there's no need to press or strain or force anything here today, or any day, actually. Pressing equally into both feet, take that into a tiny side stretch. Take your time. Feel what's alive in you. The power of fire energize you, and then inhale your way back, pressing equally into both feet. Take it to the other side. Micro move in the back body, in the back of the hips, in the lower back. Give that support as needed. And then inhale to come up. Exhale, float it down. Woo! And then move everything. Yeah, move it all. Woo. And when you're ready, we'll come to the top of our mats. We'll come back to using blocks, so don't worry about them right now. All right, let's take our hands together in front of the heart, please. And bringing weight into left foot, lift and spread toes, find stability, take weight out of right foot, and we're going to step it back. And you can pulse it back with toes, or you can step big. You do you, coming into a lunge. Good. Yeah. So which hip is it? Left one? Okay, cool.
So is it like this?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, you look good. Looks good. All right, front knee is above front ankle. Lovely. And here again, let's just take the arms out to the side. And breathe and soften the outer skin. Open yourself to grace. First universal principle of alignment. We open ourselves to something greater than ourselves, to that which holds it all, space. And then gently drawing legs in towards midline, creating earth energy, strengthening, stabilizing. Nice. And now we're bringing a little water. So inhale and feel the inner thighs melt back. The pubic bone melt down and back. A little curve comes into the lower back. Nice. And then let's take that left hand right onto the left buttocks and bring in the fire. So we're going to root the sits bone there. We're going to curl it down and under and let it come all the way down through the foot. Now the lower body should feel very stable. So let yourself move the upper body as you lift the hands. Right up to sky. Press through feet, reach. Find that flaming ball of sun and exhale and draw it down, 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 down. Watch it. Take it in. Press through feet, take your own ball of fire and offer it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Look down at your front foot. Take weight into the front foot. Weight out of the back foot and bring it forward and step it forward. Nice. Bounce, shake, move any way you need to. Take a little break. Yeah? All right. This time let's bring blocks to the front in case we like to have them in a forward fold. But if you know you don't need them, then that's cool. All right. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees as you come down. Maybe hands to blocks. Oh. Activate the toes of the feet. Draw ankles towards one another. So the shins are drawing in towards midline, and then inhale the heart forward. Exhale, release with a sound. Ah. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, release with a sound. Inhale, heart forward. Long, straight back. Press into the feet. Take your time. Rise up. And exhale your hands to the heart. Good. Look down at your right foot. Lift and spread the toes. Find your stability here. Take the weight into that foot. Take weight out of the left foot. And then step it back or toe point it back. Whatever works for you. Step it back. Other side. Did you do that? Did you do that side last time?
I feel like I did.
Okay.
Did you notice?
Well, the rest of us were doing it this way, but
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
You
remember.
might have, yeah, I don't either.
Okay.
Let's take hands out to the side. Good. You looking at those hips?
Yeah.
Okay. That mirror was made just for you today, Karen. I love it. Soften the outer skin. Gentle draw of legs to midline. Inhale, melt the thighs back. Pubic bone moves back. Exhale, let's take that right hand to the right hip. Draw it down and under and feel the energy moving and spiraling all the way down into the foot. Good. Pressing through both feet. Upper body is now free. Let it be free as you lift the hands. Up. Press through feet, reach through hands. Good. Just looking here. Yeah, that looks good to me, Karen. Draw from the sun, that great orb in the sky that heats and makes life possible here for all living things on our planet, and draw it down, 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 to meet your own inner sun orb. Draw it in. And then we'll take our own inner orb sun and we'll offer it back up again. Good. Exhale, hands to heart. Look down at the front foot. Step it forward. Ooh. Press through the feet, reach up. Exhale, soften the knees, forward fold. Hands or blocks or floor. Good, a little rocking forward and back on toes, keeping a softness in the knees. Lift and spread toes. Draw the ankles and shins towards one another. So making the legs active as you inhale the heart forward. And exhale, release. Yep, love that. Let's do that again. Inhale it forward. Make a sound on the exhalation, release. One more time, inhale forward. Make a sound on the exhalation, release. So good. You're getting so good at that, Jeff. Now, press into the feet, inhale, long spine. Keeping the spine long, pressing the feet, rise up, 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 up. Touch the sky. This time, as you exhale, draw the hands down into cactus arms. Feel the softness in the knees, and we're going to twist it. Twist it. Inhale at center. Twist it. Exhale at center. Hands to heart. Find your breath. Move anything you need to. Maybe there's a little something in the knees, the neck, the shoulders, whatever it is, or a little shake, shake, shake. Whew. Good, and then we'll take hands to heart again. Bring weight into left foot, weight out of the right foot, and step it back again into your lunge. Wonderful. Put a little bend in the back knee, and then swirl the hips around and the other way. So we're unpatterning patterns for a moment. Good, and then come to center. Find your breath. Gently draw legs in towards midline. Inhale, melt the thighs, even if you're just imagining it and you have no idea what I'm talking about. And then exhale, and that front sits bone tucks down and around, and you press down through that front foot. Pressing through both feet, take the sun orb up, inner sun orb up to the sun. Exhale, hands into cactus. And now we are periscoping. One way, and then the other. And back to center. Awesome. Hands to heart. Look down at the front foot. Step it forward. Ooh. Good. Does this want to happen? Do we want to reach around behind us and interlace our fingers, put a bend in the knees, inhale and get long in the sides of the body, and then reach those elbows and hands back? Is that something that wants to happen? It does. I thought so. There's something that... Oh, yeah. Take your time here. That's something really, really that wants to, if it's ready to, open in the front of the heart space. Oh, and then exhale. That space for probably our entire culture right now is getting really compressed as we anticipate the big changes on the horizon, right? It's like, I just want to go into a fetal position and never come out. Like that kind of energy. Maybe that's not yours, which is mine. All right, looking down, let's take weight into the right foot. Lift and spread toes. Take weight out of the left foot. Hands together in front of the heart. And let's do this mindfully so that you're getting a balancing here. And we'll step that foot back. Nice. Good. Into our lunge position. Put a little softness in the back knee and swirl the hips. So put some water in and the other way. Just water it up for a minute. You can send that water out to California, where they need it the most right now. And then come to center. Come into the breath. Gently draw legs in towards midline, bringing that earth energy stability into your body. Felt sense. On the inhalation, melt the inner thighs back. Feel the sits bones widen. And on the exhale, really root that front sits bone down like it's tucking under. Press it down through the front foot. Pressing through both feet. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, hands to cactus. Periscope. Strong, stable lower body. Twisting above the navel. Inhale the other direction. And inhale back to center. Nice. hands to heart. Look down at the front foot. Take your time here so you really experience the balancing on one foot. And up we go. Nice. Nice, everybody. Looking at the time, so let's take a wide stance on our mats. Can face the mirrors. Yep. There you go, Karen. You can look at, yep, we're all going to face the same way as you are. Taking a wide stance. How you doing? Okay? Yeah? All right. Let's just take a moment to let the hips move. Undoing deeply constructed patterns in the body by just moving a little differently. Maybe some circling and the other way. This is something my body really wants today. All right, everybody turn the right toes towards the right and put a bend in the knee. Now coming into Warrior Two pose, Virabhadrasana 2. Yep. There it is. Nice. Find your breath. Feel into the feet. Lift and spread toes of the feet and feel how that activates the muscles of the legs. Now, take your left hand in front of the left thigh and gently melt that thigh back. There it is. Good. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Take your right hand to the right, back of the right hip, and draw it down and under. Oh, now press through both feet, lift the hands, and look out over your hand. A warrior. A warrior of balanced fire energy. And you may think of a place in your life where you know a little fire energy, a little powerful fire energy would be really supportive to you. This warrior stance that you're in, and just bring it there. Imagine bringing it there. I looked over at the windowsill, there's a stink bug. Is that a comment? I don't know. Inhale, turn those right toes back forward, and you can either jump or step your feet together. All right. Yeah. Bounce it out, bounce it out, bounce it out. Whew, and let's take the other side. Take a wide stance. Turn left toes towards the left. Yeah, you can stay that way. Either way. Put a bend in the knee, knee above the ankle, and pause. Beautiful. You can open the hands. Yeah, so our left leg is the one that's turned this time. Yep, you got it. That's the one. Face the mirror. Good. Awesome. Come into your breath. And now here we go. We're going to differently this time, bring in muscular energy by asymmetrically drawing the feet towards one another on the mat. Whoa, you feel that? Yeah. Take your right hand to the front of your right thigh and just gently melt it back to bring in some water. We all need water, or else we're going to be walking around like goddamn robots. Sorry. Left hand onto the left hip and draw it down and under and down through the foot. Good. Feel the ground now through both feet. Press, lift the hands, and look out over your hand. And imagine once again, what part of my life could use a little more fire or even a little less fire? If you have a tendency to go right to rage around something, for example, maybe that needs a little less fire. Or if you tend to kind of cower around something where you need to find a little more courage, bring a little more fire there. Just imagine. And then when you're ready, straighten that leg. Turn both feet towards the front. Let's take our hands to the hips. And you may want some blocks for this because we're going to take it into a forward fold. Your blocks are far away. Mine just happen to be right here, so how convenient. If you need blocks, we're coming into a forward fold. Bend the knees to come forward. Bring hands to blocks or the floor, wherever you practice. Or yeah, using a chair is good. Nice. Nice and strong in the feet, strong in the legs, but then let your hips explore a little bit. A little bit of rocking action, a little bit of movement, micro movement, just enough. Nice. And when you're ready, windshield wiper your feet towards one another. And we're going to come to a seated position. Find your cushion. Find what you're sitting up on. Always amazes me how quickly an hour goes by. Yeah. So find easy pose or wherever you like to sit. And just take a moment to turn the gaze inward again, and you might do that by closing your eyes. And see what is alive in you right now with this work with fire. Is your breath a little bigger, a little easier, a little deeper? Let's take thumb and fingers together. And we'll bring that right to the side of the rib cage. And there may be a tender place here. And just give it a little tapping. And if you find a place that has sensation, that's a good place to tap. Oh yeah, there it is. If the whole thing is a flame, well, that's information. Like, wow. Good, and then shake that right out through the fingers. We are at the end of our time, so I'm going to invite you to get onto your backs for Shavasana. And if you need a blanket because you're chilly, I can help you with that. Anybody like a blanket? No? No? Okay. On your way to your backs, if there's anything else that your body would love on your backs, like a little twist or a little happy baby or whatever, go for it. What do you need, Karen? I get you one. I feel like you might want this sweater on you, just to cover you. No? I'll put it next to you. You can decide. Eye bag? Eye bag.
You have tissue?
I sure do. Here's an eye bag. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. I have a nice little poem to share with you once you get settled. And as you do settle, Shavasana is a moment of integration. We did move some energy here today. We did invite cleansing and metabolization. So this is a moment to melt into and let what is stirred also settle. And here's a little poem. What makes a fire burn? In space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing, too many logs, packed in too tight, can douse the flames, almost as surely as a pail of water would. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between, as much as to the wood. When we are able to build open spaces in the same way we have learned to pile on the logs, then we can come to see how it is fuel, an absence of the fuel together, that make fire possible. We only need to lay a log lightly from time to time. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. poem by Judy Brown.